Hey everyone, this is Professor Chan for Math 1230 speaking. I want to kind of go over this homework that is due next week for you guys. Um, so I just want to make sure you guys kind of remember certain Excel functions. Okay, so notice in your homework you are being asked to find like the mean, median, mode, min, Q1, Q3, and so forth. Okay, for each month. So I want to kind of explain this. So let's say we have July, okay, and I want to do low temperatures for July. And let's say I want to find minimum Q1, um, Q2, oh sorry, median, Q3, and max. One thing to remember is median is Q2. And the nice thing is when you're doing this, okay, yes, you can do this by hand, but you can also do this in the Excel. So if I want to do July, right, I realized low temperatures for July is from B2 all the way down to B32, okay? So I want to remember that from B2 to B32, okay? And there's just different commands we can do, right? So if I want to find minimum, I would say equals. So make sure you look at this, minimum. And notice I'll have commands popping up here. And I'll do B2 colon B32. Is that correct? 32. Yes, okay. And I'll hit enter. And notice it automatically picks the smallest number here. Okay, so it's always B2 colon B32. So it's a first number, and then you write colon, and then the last cell number. Okay. Remember that when you're doing your commands, it should always be in a column form. So B2 to B32, notice it's all one column for the following. Okay. If I do max, this will be equal to max B2 to B32. And notice that gives me the highest number as well. Okay. Now, when it comes to quartiles, Q1, median, Q3, there's a couple ways to do this, okay? So Q1 is going to be, I'm going to say equals, and I type in quartile. And I want to do quartile dot, so I'll do quartile for the following. Okay, so actually I'll just use this one, quartile. And the first part, notice this is array, so I'm actually writing what I'm going from which cell. So I'm doing B2 to B32. And then the quartile, and then I type in comma. And idea is I want to figure out which quartile I want. So it'll be quartile 1, 2, 3. Remember, quartile 1 is 25th percent, median is 50th percent, third quartile 75%. So I'll do 1. Now this gives me 73. Okay? So 70, remember what does that mean? 73 is a 25th percentile, right? If I write all those numbers from smallest to largest, 73 is the 25th percentile of my set. Okay? For median, this is what I'm going to do. This is going to be equal to, again, quartile. And I do parentheses. And the first part is your array. So I go from B2 colon B32. And I'll do comma. And I'll do the second quartile, which is 2. Okay, so median is a 50th percentile, gives me the following. And then Q3 would be quartile, parentheses, and I'll do B2 to B32, comma 3. Okay, That will give me. Okay. You are also asked to find average. So in order for me to find average, I would do equal type in average. That will give you your mean. Okay. And this is B2 to B32. It gives that to you as well. Okay. Make sure you write the functions, your commands correctly. Okay. So just be careful about that. Make sure you also include an equal sign, because that's what helps calculate for you. Okay. And the other issue that I want to just want to remind you, right? What I'm showing you, obviously don't copy this, right? Because this isn't your homework. I'm just giving you a sample example. Okay. Now, say if I want precipitation for the entire year. Okay. So this means I want this entire column right here, right? So if it's for the entire year, I'm doing everything. Okay, so I notice it stops at D366. So I'm like, okay, well, how do I find all of these? It's still the same commands. Sorry, D336, yes. Sorry, 366, okay? I'm just typing that in to remember. Okay, so, right, I'll just do equal min, and this time I'll do from D2 colon D366. If I want to do my max, I'll do equal max D2 colon D366. Okay. If I want to do average, I'll do equal average D2 colon D366. Okay. Now, let's talk about this right here. Right, so if I want to do Q1 to Q3, you always do equal quartile. Parentheses, the first part is your array, which is D2 to D366. And then you do comma and then whatever your quartile is. So I do quartile 1. And then this one is quartile D2, D366, comma 2. Okay. Now, some of you guys may say that's kind of weird, right? Why would my 25th percentile and my 50th percentile be 0? That probably means, right, if I'm writing this list out, that means there's a lot of zeros for the first half. So that means my middle number is actually 0. Okay, so that means there's a lot of zeros going across the board. Okay, so and then last one here. So quartile D2 to D366. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, and you can tell you messed up too, because if you notice when I enter this, it says too few arguments. That means I didn't fill the whole thing out. So I'm like, oh, I forgot to type in my quartile. So I do comma and then 3. Okay, and then that will be my answer right here. Okay, and so look at this space right here. This is how you can see. So this is where you can see what you typed in. Okay, and that should help you. If you have questions, let me know. Other than that, I'll see you guys later.